Okay, hello and welcome back to VBC. We are live at the ESWC inside Carrousel de Louvre, France. Okay, so we just saw Team 9 getting kicked out of the contest by French team GG. So their Norwegians are out, and the next team we're going to watch is NIP, Swedish team, against Russian team VirtusPro. Guys, what do you think about that? Studio partner Ed.
Thank you very much, Johanna, there. Obviously, maybe favouring the Swedish team herself, just a tad. NIP, of course, against VirtusPro. VirtusPro looking strong, coming straight off a good win at Acon 5, where they dumped out the American team Complexity in the final, something which may well have graded against my co-commentator here, Midway, who's had a chance to catch up with NIP and see them in action so far today.
Yeah, we've had 3 games for NIP so far and 3 for Virtus. Both are 3-0. Both are looking at taking this group. They're going to be 1-2. It's a matter of this game deciding which one's going to be 1 and which one's going to be 2. The real team that they were looking at to maybe provide some competition there was the Austrian team of Uniscreen, and they haven't been able to do it. NIP beat them 16-6. And Uniscreen was beat by VirtusPro 16-8. So both teams losing, both teams beating Uniscreen. And then also the other 2 teams that they beat were the Belarus team Tehran and the Saudi Arabia team ASL. So both teams taking down the same 3 similar components, similar competition, and now we're going to get to see them play each other. One thing we got to pay attention to this time. Last year we saw at ES World Cup 2003. We saw SK Sweden play against the same VirtusPro team, and VirtusPro came out on top. Very, very big game. A lot of people remember that. Huge upset at the time. You remember that?
I do remember from last year's tournament. The one thing you can always talk about with the Russian teams is their organization. Always flawless. Always flawless.
And their AWPs.
And their AWPs, the Russian AWP, and took apart 3D yesterday. You saw that game up on the big stage yesterday. 3D getting demolished 16-4. I mean, against they weren't even ever in the game.
Yeah, against 4C, definitely. And that's going to be something to keep track of is the AWPs. If they can continue to be successful, the Russian team can, the VirtusPro, and do similar to what they did last year in 2003, where they had just an amazing AWP play. It's going to be tough for NIP. They're going to really need to be very aggressive and attack and be able to hit them before they can really get those ops into play.
It will be interesting, of course, to see the new NIP lineup. NIP going through a lot of changes over recent weeks and months. Everybody knew what was coming when it finally hit the streets. What everybody was doing, only Heaton and Potty surviving what you might call an almost Night of the Long Knives style massacre of an old lineup.
Well, the UK reference there. That's nice.
What can I say? And what we've got right now is a new team, NIP team. I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to take it over to a short map overview. We're going to take you through something that was prepared a little bit earlier by ourselves here at BBC. By myself, what can I say? So we're going to take you over to a short map overview right now, and then we're going to be hopefully jumping straight into the game, NIP against VirtusPro here on the VBcast.com stream. Point here in the first attacking angle here for Inferno. We watch him make his way through a left-hand side corridor known as Banana. As he pushes up towards his corridor, he gains access through an archway into the secondary bomb site up a small flight of stairs. As we watch our attacker once more make his way from the left-hand side of his start point, up a short ramp and over a small wooden bridge, he proceeds up the central column of the map. Upon entering the top of this column, he makes his way through the left-hand side of the area, pushing towards a small room and again over a small wooden bridge. Once here, he gains access to the primary bomb site. For our third attacking option, we watch as our attacker moves towards the right-hand side of the map. Proceeding up this pathway, he makes his way towards the middle area of the map by taking a left turn at the top of the road. From proceeding up towards the top of the middle, this time he makes a right turn and heads towards the opposite side of the bomb site as he was on previously. For a fourth and final attacking option, we watch as our attack sleep over that last night. And of course, both teams fighting for their survival today with their final group games. Yeah, 4K taking on Existence.
We're going to have 2 very good, interesting matches later on. Revolts 3D. Loser of that is going to be out of the tournament. We're also going to have 4 Kings against Existence. Loser of that's going to be out of the tournament. You're going to be having to watch for Mustafa.
Yeah, I'll be from a spectator's point of view. If Four Kings go out later. That's going to be a tough game.
I get to see you a lot more next to me, though, throughout the whole tournament.
I thought everybody at home is going to be pleased about that. I mean, and who can blame them? So what we're going to do right now is just have a little bit of pre-game chat. We've got around about 2 minutes till the teams kick off. They're just readying up, finishing all their setups. Looks like we may well have everybody in the server, but it looks like people just getting settled down.
Yeah.
Important game for both teams right now. This decides the seed. Moving into the next set of group stage. Obviously, if you finish first, you get a better seed, and both teams will be looking for that top seed from the group.
Theoretically, you should have a better chance at facing weaker teams next round if you win this match. But again, we've seen it come out both ways, so the loser of this is definitely not out, but it is an early test for both teams. You know, Nip's thinking, well, we want to dominate this. We want to prove to everybody that we are the best team out there, and Virtus is going, you know, we just came off an ACON victory. Let's follow that up with an ES World Cup victory. They're going to need to win this match and continue to steamroll if they want to do that.
NIP still looking, of course, for their first tournament win since the reform, and they will be
Virtus
looking to pick it up
theirs.
here. Virtus has their win. They have ACON 5 under their belt. They'll be looking to pick up another, and it's a shame we don't get to see more Russian teams in international competition.
That's true.
Through, you know, with the financial situation that Russian teams often suffer from, they find it very difficult to get consistent financial backing based in Russia.
Very good
so
FPS
much to get
country,
everywhere.
Too. They've always
good
played well in Quake 3 and other games as well, so it's going to be interesting to see how they continue to play. And speaking of that, you know, you got to talk about the Chinese teams so far. So what are they, 8-0 or 10-0 so far? I mean, it's unbelievable.
The Chinese teams have not lost a game yet. I mean, ICSU got dumped out first game, Cobble. The Chinese team called Art just came out and just absolutely swept the floor with ICSU.
Yeah.
Not an absolute. They never got a sniff. ICSU were never in that game, and they're now out of the tournament, eliminated from the group stage. One of the high seed Swedish teams.
And Four Kings really was never in the game against WNV.
15-0. 15-0.
So I mean, you have to be impressed with the Chinese teams.
I've always been impressed with Chinese teams. I think that from an aim point of view, you've only got to look to a Russian team, perhaps, that may well be able to out-aim a Chinese team. If you look anywhere else in the world, I think they've probably got the best aim.
I think one thing to keep track of, though, is last year we saw the similar thing with the French teams. They just dominated. We saw 2 French teams win 2 groups last year, and they really played well. Then the second round of groups that was played, they just got dominated. They weren't even in the games. So if the Chinese teams are going to want to be successful, I mean, if they're going to want to place, you know, in the top 5, they're going to need to be consistent over a full 5-day event, which is very difficult to do. People don't understand how hard that is to show up 5 days in a row and play at the level they need to in order to be successful. So it's going to be an interesting thing to watch.
It becomes very difficult to maintain your concentration, of course.
Yes, of course.
I think with the Chinese teams, one thing they have suffered from in the past is their inability to adapt tactically in game.
Yeah,
I think that's changed now.
Well, I think WEG's helped them. You know, WEG, another event there for them to practice and, you know, see the top matches and see what's going on and have a chance to really be involved with it, see those matches taking place, helps them advance themselves as both a gaming nation, I guess is how you would say it.
I'm all for it right now. Chinese is definitely the boom market for gaming. They say there's more gamers in China than just about anywhere else in the world.
We got 2 old school countries in terms of gaming right here with NIP and Russia. I mean, Sweden and Russia, and now we've got, you know, we're talking about China and some other countries coming up and playing well. As you know, another one to throw in there is Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil pretty much impressed me so far when I was watching Game Crash's very flexible team, who seem to be performing very, very well against Team 9.
Yeah,
their teamwork was outstanding. They got a lucky break getting another shot at the pistol round for sure.
Yeah, well,
with the server restart. They lost that first pistol and picked up the second one.
That was probably the best match we've casted so far. I mean, the games we expected to be good with it, you know, the 3D versus 4C match, that turns out to be a blowout. We expect some other games to be pretty close, and they've turned out to be routes, and we finally get a good match here. Hopefully we get another one right here. Hopefully so.
Still waiting for the teams to ready up right now. You're listening to a VB Cast. My name is Hotshot. Alongside me is, of course, Golfbike's very own Midway, and we're going to be covering NIP against VirtusPro here in the group stages of ESWC 2005. It's going to be on Inferno, and Trevor, Inferno, CT, pick it.
I really think it's actually pretty even. A lot of these maps are becoming more and more even as teams play back and forth. I think if you're on the CT side, you want to get yourself an advantage, though. You want to try to get that 8-7, you know, win the half if you're on CT. So I think NIP, that's going to be important to set a tone early. For Virtus, I think they can come back in the second half. They've got those AWPs, so I don't think it's as important for them to win the first half. But obviously, you'd love to do so. You know, you want to get out to a good advantage early on. So I think it's going to be important to watch to see how Virtus plays on the rotations. If they can hit hit the main bomb site, then rotate back to the other bomb site, and be able to continue to move the NIP players around on the defense is what we're going to really want to watch for. And as the game goes on, that's really going to set the tone.
I think NIP will be looking towards Heaton and Potty as well with the new
Oh,
players in the team. We're looking to pick them up. It's very easy to sit in your chair and do it online on home. You're now part of NIP. You can just sit back and soak it up. But when you're in this kind of arena, we can already see from the amount of spectators in front of us, and I'm sure with a number of people listening at home, how interested people are in how this NIP lineup is going to perform. So there's a lot of pressure on NIP at this event.
I think there's also a little bit of pressure on Potty himself individually. You know, you look, he took some time off. He's coming back. He's one of the reasons, you know, they felt comfortable losing the number of plays they did to the SK Sweden team that is now in existence. And, you know, if he can come back and start playing well for them, he's the ace card, I think, for NIP. So I'm watching him this tournament with a careful eye to see how, if he's in shape, if he's going to be that player that we remember from, you know, 2003, who might have been the best player in the entire world that whole year. So if he can step back into that form, it's really going to be very crucial for NIP.
I think regardless, I think you'd be difficult to find any team in the world that wouldn't want Heaton as part of it. He's a talismanic player for any team.
I'm not going to argue with that, but you definitely a situation to keep an eye on them and see if they are at the form that they were. And that's what they're going to need with the new way Counter-Strike's being played. You know, very, very even. Little things make the difference between winning and losing.
Now, we've talked a lot about the Russian AWP skill. Let's not underestimate how good they are with their basic gun setup of AK, Galil, Deagle, so on and so forth. They're very, very talented in all areas of the game. We can't just underestimate them when they have an AK. They're not all up, not by a long shot.
Oh, they're definitely not all up. They've got a very good, well-rounded crew. And they wouldn't be here if they didn't. But I still think, you know, the AWP is what they use to be successful. They use it as a spearhead, you know, just like you would think of in a military action. You just attack right away. They use it to open up a breach in the hole, and then they attack through that. And that's really what they're successful at. NIP is going to need to be good at rotating it, and this is really going to be hard on Inferno. Inferno is all about keeping your players in the right positions. You know, you've got a banana bomb site here on the right side. Looking at the overhead, you got the left. On the left side, you have banana bomb site. The right side, you have the main bomb site. Looking at it from the terrorist side, and the idea is the rotations between the CT spawn. You know, if you've got two guys on the right side and you don't have two guys on the other side, and you put them in the wrong positions, if the Ts can manipulate the CTs into being in the wrong places, they're going to be in very, very bad shape when the attack does come.
Early rotation's often a problem for the CT sides. And I think that's what, if VirtusPro are going to start off here as tiers, I think they will. That'll definitely be in their mind as a potential game plan.
Looks like we're pretty close to getting started. Both sides are saying, you know, speaking and saying ready to go. So shortly we'll be ready here.
Looking forward to that. Last game, of course, that we brought to you was the good game. Obviously, you were spectating that one. Good game against Team 9. Team 9 now out of the competition after that defeat against Team 9. Be interesting to see what happens with Team 9 now. But good game. Picked themselves up mentally from way down low in that game. Yeah. They lost 8-7 first half as CT on Nuke. And you don't ever really want to give anyone more than 4 rounds, really, as a CT side on Nuke.
I mean, CT side is definitely very important. So I think that, you know, on this map, it's a little bit different than Nuke in terms of it's a little bit more even. So I think that that's going to play into it. But, you know, looking at how momentum is played in, I thought the Brazilians, for example, both teams really follow up on momentum. I mean, they got up on top of a team and they just killed them. I mean, it was as soon as they got a run going, they were just all over it. But I think these two teams are a little more experienced. If one gets behind, they still have a chance to come back. So I think that's something that we can't necessarily say, okay, well, a team gets 5 rounds together, that it's over for the other team. I think these teams have the ability to come back, and that's going to be a good testament for a very close competitive match that we should have here.
Interesting thing with this NIP lineup, of course, 3 players that stick out: Heaton, Potty, and Wally. As you said, Heaton, formerly probably the best player in 2002/2003. Potty, always on red hot form when he was part of the old SK Sweet lineup. And Wally, of course, had a great couple of tournaments with Titans, and then slightly slipped off the boil a small amount. Went to I, played pretty well for them as well. But what I'm thinking right now is if these 3 players can come on form at about the same time, are we looking at potentially the best team in the world?
I think that's possible, but that's a big question mark. I don't even know if that is possible in terms of, you know, 3 players like that, of that ability being on at the same time is really difficult for them. And I think they need more of a consistent effort from their whole team, especially the newer players of Zet and INS need to play well for them if they're going to want to be successful in this tournament and win it. They're going to need a consistent effort from all 5 guys. I don't think they can count on those 3 guys being hot at the same time. It's just not possible.
I think, unfortunately, I've not had the chance to watch INS and Zet play in person yet. You've obviously been watching a few NIT games today. how's the team seem to have settled? They've not had the stiffest of opposition, I think it's fair to
Yeah,
say, but you still have to get them done and keep your mental level focused and high.
It's tough to get a read on how those players are playing against the competition they've played at early on. Against the Australian team, they seem to be pretty well balanced, so I think they're in good shape so far, and we'll see what's going to happen as the tournament goes on.
Okay, so we're just trying to figure out what's going on. Small delay with the game at the moment. So we're just trying to keep you updated. Nip against VirtusPro, of course, coming up here on VBcast. Alongside me is Midway of Gottfrag and myself. There is a computer player, a player who has a computer problem at the moment. They're going to try and sort it out. So we're going to take you back to the map tutorial and continue the second half of that tutorial in just a few seconds, which we prepared earlier. Should be coming up. There we go. Scores. As he pushes up towards his corridor, he gains access through an archway into the secondary bomb site, up a small flight of stairs. As we watch our attacker once more make his way from the left-hand side of his start point, up a short ramp and over a small wooden bridge, he proceeds up the central column of the map. Upon entering the top of this column, he makes his way through the left-hand side of the area, pushing towards a small room and again over a small wooden bridge. Once here, he gains access to the primary bomb site. For our third attacking option, we watch as our attacker moves towards the right-hand side of the map. Proceeding up this pathway, he makes his way towards the middle area of the map by taking a left turn at the top of the road. From proceeding up towards the top of the middle, this time he makes a right turn and heads towards the opposite side of the bomb site as he was on previously. For a fourth and final attacking option, we watch as our attacker gains access to a house network through a small set of steps. Upon proceeding over a bridge, the attacker pushes through a network of tunnels. Working his way through these tunnels, the culmination of which results in a large set of steps, which he makes his way up, he is able to break a vent and proceed through to a small window room. This area gives the attacker two options, and he chooses to make his way back inside. Upon re-entering the inside area, he proceeds further down the corridor, resulting in exit onto a balcony area, resulting in a jump over a balcony. Welcome back, guys. I'm Hotshot. Alongside me is Goffrag's very own Midway. We're going to be bringing you VirtusPro taking on the new NIP lineup here on VBcast.com. Pleasure to be here, ESWC 2005, and a pleasure to be casting with you, Trevor.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. It's been nice to get a chance to actually meet you. We talked over Ventrilo so many times, and I get a chance to actually sit next to you. So good opportunity to have the American and the UK guy right next to each other.
It always makes it interesting.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting back and forth. We've got a few matches here that we can talk about while we're waiting for this NIP VirtusPro going on. We got Astralis and KGB taking place right now, and Astralis is up 12-7 on that match. I'm actually surprised they've got 7 rounds right now.
I think Astralis may well be slipping up a small amount, but right now it's important that they just stay consistent. One thing that has deserted Astralis on numerous times, I had the opportunity to talk to Natu earlier, said to him, how do you feel about the way the tournament layout is? He's saying, with the high, medium, and low seeds, and then all the unseeded teams in your group as well, potentially you can have 4 non-seeded games before you get into your seeded opposition.
It's hard.
And he said to maintain your focus for about 4 hours, and then, against... Not being disrespectful against lower skilled opposition, and then have to step up your game is a lot to ask mentally of any team, and he seems to just keep trying to Astralis focus, and if they do that, then I think Astralis can do well.
And I've been talking about this for a while now. We've been talking about what's going to take in this tournament, and I think the big thing is just keeping just advancing. It's all that matters. Just advancing. If you can get past this first couple of days, get into the matches that really matter, you can focus yourself down on a couple of matches instead of having to play, like you're talking about, 6 matches in a day. That really is going to help you. And Astralis right now at 12-7, they're probably going to advance here if they can win this match. They'll be one of the 2 teams out of that group. The other team looks like it's going to be SKDK, so we'll see what happens there. The other game to look at right now is the GG versus Grain Crash there. You see that score?
Yeah, GG Game Crash is 13 all at the moment. We have, of course, covered both teams from this group. Good game going through against a very strong Team 9 lineup who I think have been a little bit unlucky. perhaps need to think about their focus a little bit more, tend to start very well in game and then tail off towards the end when somebody starts picking up a few rounds against them. They seem unable to pick themselves up mentally and continue on with their A game. Game crashes impressed me very much against Team 9, though.
Yeah, and a very close game right now, 13-all, like you said. I'm actually going to be interested to see how Game Crashers does. I mean, assuming I think both these teams we're positive are going to be advancing right now because Team 9 is out. Both of them are going to advance, so the winner of that goes in as the number 1 seed, the loser goes in as the number 2 seed. So if Gamer Crashes does win that, it'll be interesting to see if they can continue that level of performance like we talked about, as the whole tournament goes on. I think GG has the potential to do that, though. Being the hometown team, they have a little bit more of an edge.
A lot of pressure on Good Game, of course.
Yeah, but still, I think, speaking of pressure, though, there's a ton of cameras on them the last couple of games. There's really been a lot of interest in the French, press about how they're going to play. So I think they can hold up to that. I think they're used to that. As far as Game Crasher goes, though, as this tournament goes along, I think that's going to be a little bit more of a problem for them.
Interesting to see a couple of Brazilian teams performing quite well. Game Crashers doing very, very well. And, of course, the Chinese teams doing very, very well. So two countries that we're not used to seeing, I think it's fair to say, knocking on the door
Other
of a
than
potential
maybe
competition
MIBR.
victory. MIBR, of course, have performed
they're not
well,
here,
but
of course.
have never done particularly well outside of their home turf. I think that's fair to say. MIBR never really reached the expectations that many have of them when they travel abroad.
They've always got a very talented roster, but I think it's similar to what a lot of people have talked about in terms of a team that doesn't have that coordination or tactical level that they need in order to be successful. And it looks like 14-13 right now. GG has just pulled that last round. And another score that's interesting we have there is A-Loser and SK. 9-8 right now. A-Loser is up. That surprises me. I thought SK was going to be moving through. A-Loser could still come back and
it's a tough
maybe
group, that one. Astralis, SK, and A-Losers.
I thought that was the tougher group. I mean, a lot of people talking about that GG group, but I really looked at that, the SKDK A-Loser group and said, I think that might be a little bit more challenging of a group, and it sure is playing that way right now.
I think it's hard when you think about A-Losers as well. They're such an inconsistent team.
They
but
are,
on
definitely.
their day, they can be top dollar. Top dollar, no doubt.
They're
and
a very
A-Losers
good
right now
team.
proving a handful for SKDK, who I think is fair to say aren't exactly in a purple patch of form right now.
Yeah. Well, it seems like Germany's seen as either it's Mouse and then, you try to figure out who's next there and who's going to be left to play well, but you always know you're going to get a good game out of those teams. So you always have to come ready to play against them, and SKDK hasn't so far. They're behind.
Astralis moving ahead, 13-7 now. GG 14-13 over Game Crashers. Still waiting for the start here. We are going to bring you NIP against VirtusPro as soon as possible, guys. So stay tuned here to VBcast to the expert commentary. I think we'd like to say we're providing. I think that's a fair assessment.
I would hope we could get away with saying that.
Yeah, I'd get away with it. I think that's probably about accurate. A lot of noise coming down from the hall. It looks like GG may have moved up a point, 15-13 perhaps. Should probably be sitting on game point right now. Still waiting for this NIP VirtusPro game, which is probably going to be the closest game we've covered right now. Like to think it is. Like to think that VirtusPro are going to give NIP a great game. Or maybe, I think if you really want to put it in its proper context, NIP are going to give VirtusPro a good game.
I think that is definitely a thought process among many people out there. A lot of people are giving VirtusPro the edge. They may think that they're a better team. So I'm not sure. It's going to be interesting to see, who do you really consider being the favorite? And I would have to say I think Virtus is the favorite right now.
Okay, I think what we're going to do right now is just while we're waiting for this NIP VirtusPro game to set up, I'm going to hand it over to my senior partner for Johanna, who is going to be able to provide us with a short interview, I think. Is that possible right now, Johanna?
Well, yeah, I think so. All right. So we're here with a little bit of a pause entertainment for you. I'm with Thelma from The Souls. Hey, welcome to the studio.
Yeah, hey, thank you.
Okay, so what do you think of the game so far?
Yeah, I think it's, you mean the event or the game, this game?
This game that we're just watching.
Yeah, well, it has not started yet, so it's not much to say about it yet.
Okay, but how do you think it will end? Who do you hope for to win?
Well, of course I hope for NIP to win, since they're from Sweden, and I'm that too, so of course I hope for NIP to win.
Okay, and you're with the girl team, and it's a mixed team, right? You're from different countries, all of you?
Yeah.
How's that? How has the girl event gone so far, or competitions here?
We have only played 2 matches yet, and we won both of them, so it feels pretty good. And tonight we're going to play 3 matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of upcoming stuff then for you guys. Where are you guys from, the other girls?
We are from Sweden, Norway and Denmark.
Okay. I also heard something, a little bird whispered in my ear, something about a Hollywood TV show or something. What's that about?
it's going to be a TV show, a 12-week reality show about us and about gaming. And
Okay, you need to hold it a little bit closer to your mouth.
it's going to be a 12-week reality show in US about us and the gaming.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Huh. So, what do you think about Paris? You've been able to see.
So far, we've only been around here, so we haven't seen much about Paris yet. So,
Okay.
but I hope we will have time for that too.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be able to spot Mona Lisa a little later. It's like in the next room, and we haven't been able to go there yet. But are you guys staying here for a couple of days, or when are you going back?
We're going back on Monday, so we will have time. The final, the girl final, is on Saturday, so we will have time on Sunday and maybe a little bit on Monday.
I'm getting something here now. I think the game about to come on or something. Oh. Are we about to go into the game, guys? What's going on? Can I get some directions here? Well.
Okay, guys, welcome back here to ESWC 2005. I'm Hotshot. Alongside me is Midway from Godfrag. We're going to be bringing you NIP versus Pro right now. It looks like the teams are slowly but surely getting there to a stage where we can get into a game.
Yeah, I think they're almost ready to go. I think we're just waiting for a couple of things to get done here, and we got Virtus crying to get it going, and NIP just saying, wait 1 second here, so I think we're almost ready to go.
I think there was a small technical problem with one of the computers that NIP were using. They had a problem with their setup earlier, and I think it may well have just crept back into the works. So we're still waiting for the kickoff right now. Just confirmation of a result that will make a lot of people here happy. Good game over game crashes, 16-13 overall, which means GG progressed top of their group, which is an excellent result for the French team.
They have to be very happy with that. They didn't come in necessarily as the favorite in that group, and they did come walk away with the top spot. So, again, the French team on their home soil defended it pretty well. You have to create some interest.
Just a small bit of reflection on the way the seeding's done here with the high, medium, and low seeds, and then a bunch of unseeded teams. Even if you finish top of your group, potentially you can still come unstuck against one of those medium-seeded teams that probably shouldn't be there. There are a couple down there. Forza are one, Complexity are another, and you can, even if you finish top of your group, if Complexity comes second or first in their group and you're second in your group, it's still a very, very mixed bag. Nothing is guaranteed despite the fact that you finish top.
Just advance. It's all that matters. Advancing is all that matters. But again, it's always nice to come in that top spot. You have a better chance
mentally as well.
Yeah, mentally is a very good point as well. So getting a good win against a good Games Crashers team is definitely going to help out GG going in the later round.
I'm pretty psyched about this game. VirtusPro going to take on this NIP lineup. First time I've seen the whole lineup play. You obviously had a little bit of chance earlier. Scores on the door so far for NIP. They've come through 16-5, 16-6, and 16-4, so they're pretty convincing all the way through. Yeah. VirtusPro 16-4, 16-8, and 16-1. So, I mean, if you work out that round balance, it's roughly about the same.
It's 48-13, 48-15. So
very, very close.
Can't get
close.
Can't get any closer than that, can you?
Well, not without it being a draw.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I hate to point out the obvious here, but I feel it's my dog.
Well. You're from the UK.
It's always a pleasure, always a pleasure. VirtusPro readying up right now. NIP want a new restart as well. We're going to go live. NIP, VirtusPro. NIP going to start off as CT here. Map is Inferno. Team 9 are going to be out of the tournament, but we're not casting them right now. We're casting VirtusPro. VirtusPro lineup right now is Johan K, Konstantin, Victor, Boris, Alexei. Going to take on the NIP lineup. Ince, Wally, Heaton, Potty, and Zet. Right now, it looks like NIP going to pick a tactic right now, going straight towards that B bomb site with four CTs right now. Wally spot in the middle.
Yeah, definitely very interesting strat here by NIP. They've put 4 guys in the banana and only 1 Wally in the other side. I think they're going to go aggressive. They're going to get a rush right here in the middle.
And it's very similar to a tactic that we saw 4 Kings do in the recent WEG tournament. Wally, HE in down middle. Good picks early on from Banana. HE going to work at the bottom of that T-ramp. Gets the pick. Wally dropping back. NIP calling for a rotation right now. There's 2 VirtusPro moving into the bomb site. 1 through Balk, 1 through Quad. Johan going to hook up with his teammate on balcony right now. Boris right behind him. And they're dropping into the bomb site. Going to get the plant down here on A. Wally looks like he's in the mini pit area by the wooden bridge. Heaton hooking up with him. And it does look like Ince rotating through library as well. Potty going to pick up a kill. Ince into the main bomb site right now. Boris P getting dropped after the plant. Alexei in the side. Potty getting a kill as well. Ince with another kill of his own right now. VirtusPro not even on the board, and that's a clean sweep on the pistol right now. NIP very impressive, very impressive, and there was a plan, so it could be a potential buy after a full eco on the 3rd round.
It is important. I mean, NIP did sweep in there, but they did get the plant, so Virtus did get something out of that round. But again, you're right. Very nice play by Nip, getting around the bomb site. They really surrounded it well. Zet coming from behind as well as Potty coming all the way around were able to divert some of the attention away, and NIP coming in from both sides really hit that bomb site well and retaking it and able to get that first round. It's important now to see, did Virtus buy after they got that plant down? A plant, for those who don't know, gives you extra money, $800 per player. That is big. That allows you to buy guns if you want to the next round. So we'll see if they do that here.
You could buy Desert Eagle and half armor with a small stack of ammo. I think perhaps VirtusPro may well just sit on the laurels and just maybe try a full eco.
We'll get to
find
see
out
right
shortly.
here.
I think the key to the previous round, however, was Wally not dying at mid. He was able to HE, take out the man, fall back, and spot where VirtusPro were going. Would have been very, very easy for Virtus. I think it would have been easier as a 4-on-4. I think they probably should have chased Wally down while they were waiting. They knew the 4 men were at Banana. They'd seen the HEs come down. Perhaps if they'd taken down Wally, could have chased him down. He'd have been unable to call.
It definitely needed to go after him, and they played back and played slow and went up, and NIP had a chance to get all the way back around.
NIP picking it right now. 4 covering that A-bomb site. Jungle side. Heaton going to open things up with 2 kills. Instant Potty getting in on the action. Shutting down the eco. Constantine was trying to go for the fake plan. Don't think he's going to get it. NIP going to lock it down pretty quick. Constantine backing off. Wally finishing the job with some good USP work. He looks like he may well still be USP for AWP third round.
Yeah, and we'll get to see if he's going to pull that off. A typical fake right there. We talked about $800 extra for planning. What the whole point of that round was for Virtus was to try to sneak that guy on that right side there into the bomb site and get a plant so they can get that extra $800. So unsuccessful there. Maybe not going to buy here. Maybe they will. We'll see. They should have enough money after the first plant they had in the first round.
As you can see from the overview right now, it looks like VirtusPro are in fact on the buy. Split 3-2 straight down the 2 sides of the map right now. We've got 2 at Banana. That's Victor and Alexi pushing up for VirtusPro right now. Bomb is heading towards left side of middle with Constantine and his other teammate under the window room right now. So good sweep across the bottom of the map right now for VirtusPro, setting themselves up nicely.
Again, this is talking about rotations here. This is exactly what Virtus is trying to do. Spreading out well, trying to get a rotation by Nip. They're looking especially at Zet, who is right there playing secondary on the banana bomb site, the far left of the map. And if they can get Zet to rotate, then they can hit the right bomb site that they want to hit, or they can go after the main bomb site if they can keep Zet in that banana bomb site. It's all about the rotations right now.
Yeah, it looks like Victor has in fact thrown smoke in a couple of flashes. We see Wally right now on the rotation, then he comes back. Very good call by NIP right now, and it looks like Johan's got himself up to the mid. With the rotation from Wally, he may well not have seen Johan get up the mid right there.
They need Zet to move back though right now. They need Zet back on the other side of the bomb site. He is over there, still 2 guys over there, and they got 5 on 3 right now. If they can get in the bomb site and get a plant, they're going to be in great shape.
Here comes the rotation right now, spotted Johan up the middle. Boris speaking of opening things up, going to take down Potty. That was in Big Pit. We have 2 coming out the balcony right now for VirtusPro. This is a good slow move on the bomb site right now. INS has got to get at least 2 or 3 kills here, and he only gets 1. Johan taking him down in the side. Wally on the rotation. He's going to sit there in small pit. Great work from Victor. Late pick coming up from middle late. Takes down Zet as he came out of CT left side into the jungle area. Heaton and Wally remaining right now. Heaton's going to try and pick things up for his team right now. 4-on-2 situation with the bomb down in B1.
They're not going to
Wally's
go for
sitting
this.
short pit. He's going to try and save his gun, but he's on pretty much lockdown right now, and Heaton heading towards the bomb site, the alternate bomb site, B2, to try and save his bomb.
You notice how
VirtusPro going to try and chase him down
they're
now.
going to chase him down. They're going to come after him. Go after that M4 that Heaton has there. Let's see if they can get him right here.
A little bit more expensive than the AK as they push into the B side right now. Heaton on the back left, what is known as the potty box, and he's going to get dropped. Victor takes him down with some nice AK work.
And Wally was the guy that we thought was dead to rights sitting in the pit, but he's the one who actually
survives.
away with
it. He got away with it. So Wally's saving his gun, but I suspect with only 1 saved gun from the previous round, NIP, apart from Wally's gun, may well be on a full save right now.
They should be on a
You need
full
at least
save.
2.
They're gonna save here. There's no way they didn't have enough money saved up. But again, the key to that round was Virtus' ability to keep Zet in that other bomb site as long as they did. Once they hit 5-on-3, they were able to take out INS without him getting enough guys on the entry. They had the bomb site. It was over.
I think it's difficult sometimes when people look at Inferno. It looks on paper like a very small map, but that rotation takes a long time from B to A.
Extremely long time, and that is the key to this map.
Very definitely. So looks like VirtusPro going to be pushing up towards House. Wally's going to push up, take down Johan, and that's good use of the gun. Right there. Yes. The rest of the team is on an eco. Wally's, I'll push and get a kill. He's secured INS and AK right now. Yes. He's pushing all the way through T House. A smart play from Nip because it's a throwaway gun regardless of what happens.
And now they know where they're going. They know where Virtus is going, and they've got him flanked. This is a chance for Nip to win this round if they can get a couple kills
INS
here.
coming all the way up T ramp right now. Alexi going to open things up for VirtusPro. Going to take down Zet in the side. We're going to see a couple of kills right now. VirtusPro going to take down 4. Wally and INS. It's just Wally left right now. INS is the man who got dropped to the bottom of Banana. Victor going down as well as he tried to push push aggressive from the B bomb side. Wally smart play backing off 3v1. Bomb down in B2. Going to save that gun. He's going to have a lot of money now.
Yeah, and Potty and Zet needed a kill there if they wanted to get that round. You know, with the negative gun advantage, you know, not having any armor, not having any main guns there to be able to attack back with Virtus fully loaded right there. They needed one more if they were going to get that round, and they weren't able to get it. So Virtus is going to pick this up, bring it back to 2-2 right now, and Wally's going to save his gun for the next round.
I think INS's use of the free gun may well have been under par as well. He took a long time to go through T-House. Didn't really make himself useful with that AK on the rotation up through Banana. I don't really ever thought that he looked like he was in the game with that gun at all. Should have just saved it.
Yeah, well, also, and you're in a situation where if you're going to do that, you need to divert attention. You need to keep them focused on that guy on the flank, and he never did that until it was too late, and then he was already dead and didn't have an impact on the round. So very good point there as well.
Now we're going to see what happens right now. VirtusPro are going to be moving up in that 3-2 split right now. Alexi and Victor certainly looking like a pairing right there with those two. Oh, great arm shot onto Heaton. Alexi going to reply, taking down Zed as well. 2 down in the B bomb side. Banana area right now. Victor working that AWP to good effect already in the alley. We called it before the game, and the VirtusPro getting that AWP on right now, and that's going to trigger some alarm bells for the NIP camp right now, seeing those AWPs on the flex in Banana.
That's not good news. That is the worst thing to see right there, is the op shot hitting already here in the 5th round. So that's not good news. 5 left now for Virtus, 3 left for Nip. Nip is going 2 in the main bomb site. Wally's basically high. I think he's going to run for it right now. Just try to get out of there and join the rest of his teammates.
Nice takedown by Anes there.
Yeah.
You see what they've called right now. Wally's going to go for a rotation. Now, whether he's working on gut right now, I think he heard a call to go back, but he's just seen some smokes going into B2 right now, and now he's got to try and call for INS and Potty to come over with their guns. 3-on-4, but it's a very difficult bomb site to take back when the numbers aren't in your favor.
Nip should save these, in my opinion. They definitely should save these guns and just wait back and try to take this next round, but I think they may go for it. They're packing up for it.
Yeah, it looks like they are packing up for it. Potty going to move very fast into corridors right now. As we go into an overview of the map right now, we see one of VirtusPro hopping over into the backside. Great play by Alexi. Good smart play by Alexi. He didn't get a kill out of it, but he dropped over, saw all 3 go corridor, dropped off the site and went round behind them. Good play from Alexi there, smart thinking. VirtusPro looking hot.
We were talking about earlier how Zet didn't rotate. That cost them, NIP that round. One of the reasons you don't rotate out of that bomb site is because that bomb site is so hard to retake, and that is a situation where you have negative odds like that. The terrorists have 4 guys to defend a bomb site and 3 guys attacking it. It's nearly impossible, almost impossible, to retake that, and Nip should have probably just saved the guns and been a little more conservative in that
aggressive
situation.
CT work this round. Look at INS. He's pushing towards CT window. Constantine's going to drop Wally, though. Wally went aggressive, trying to break the grate, and it looks like Constantine picked him from middle up towards the grate. Johan going to push up the stairs, maybe not thinking another person aggressive. Potty faces up on stairs, going to try and take him down. Fails to do so. Potty's going to try and face again, get himself a gun, fails to do so again. Constantine taking him down with some good AK work. Another man in the window room. Constantine going to drop INS as well. That A bomb site only has 1 person left. Heaton flexing the USP down into middle. Going to drop Alexi with a headshot before getting reply from Boris right now. VirtusPro looking strong. NIP on the eco. Zed the last man alive, and Victor's with the push out to Banana. Yeah,
4-on-1 right now, and Zed's all that's left. USP save round right there. Basically, NIP looking for a few kills. We've talked about this quite a few times. Save rounds lead into good buy rounds right now, and that save round, Nip only got 1 guy. Not a very solid save round. They're going to need to come back and really regroup themselves after going up 2-0. Now they've lost the last 4. 4-2 right now for Virtus.
It certainly makes that decision to put 3 corridor, trying to retake B2 the previous round. Look even more costly now. If they'd saved the guns that round, they would have been stacked for cash for a good 3 rounds of buys, even if they'd lost.
Agreed.
With Wally saving his gun for 2 rounds in a world. Oh, look at that. Zet's got an AWP of his own right now. Victor's going to feel that. His AWP shot missing. Zet picking him and falling back into the B2 bomb site. That's classic B2 site play. Get a pick, drop back, call for your partner to come a little bit closer right now as well.
And I think that even maybe he was a little bit surprised by that, actually. I think he was surprised to see an op there from NIP. I was surprised to see one from Zed. We don't normally see AWP play from those guys, and their step up, good op shot, counter Virtus with their own weapon in early on here.
Oh, that's a great pick coming out of window. INS took down Johan before Alexi destroying a stack at middle. That was top left and middle. Just left to the right of the lamppost, however, they double stacked. Wally going to pick up a kill of his own. That was from, he was open in quad right there, and he managed to get the pick on Alexi. Heading back into the site right now. They've got 2 stacked in the site right now. Wally and INS looking pretty strong on the A-bomb site right now. That's 2 VirtusPro there. Constantine going to get a pick from Balk, and Constantine going to get another one as well. INS going down. Great play from Constantine, And VirtusPro straight away right now, 2v2, looking
Classic
good right
2v2
now.
right here.
And this is going to be a
good.
great 2v2. Inferno, one of the best maps for watching situations such as this. Boris P is going to face off against Heaton right now. He's going to lose out to some good cold work. And we're going to go in eyes with Constantine, 32 health, AK in hand, in the big pit. Misses the first shot. Crucial takes down Heaton, who went aggressive in the pit. Zed is 1v1 right now. He's going to have to blood himself right now, 1v1. Prove to Nip right now that he's got what it takes to be part of this round. He fails to do so.
Nice.
Constantine, what a great round. 3 on the round for him right now, 5-2 the score. VirtusPro looking so impressive right now.
Yeah, that first kill by Heaton really set it up, and I think that was a mistake by Virtus going aggressive there. He should have played back, stayed back, and almost gave NIP the round. But again, Constantine able to win that 1v2 in a clutch situation, coming from both sides. Nip guys, I think they should have stayed together a little bit more. Would have been giving themselves a little more advantage. Spreading out though, they got picked off.
Take nothing away from Constantine though. It was great work early on. Zeb getting picked off pretty early right now by that was Victor pushing towards the left into the banana bomb side, B2 side, as he moves his way up to banana. Alexi and Victor sticking together certainly seems to be a default strat developing right now here.
Notice
for
how
Virtus.
Zed got the first kill last round. Now he's the first guy to die this round. So, not necessarily paying off here. That's going to put them in a tough situation. Look, Wally's already on the advance.
Smoking B2, and they've split the 4 men that they have right now.
And if Virtus hits the other bomb star right now, it's going to be a 5-on-1. INS is the only one left alive.
INS has to get 2 kills here. He has to pick up 2 kills as they come out.
He
Banana
got
picks
one.
up 1. There's the bomb.
No.
Oh, it's only a deagle. If he'd had a gun, I fancied him with a few more. INS and Wally falling down in quick succession. But right now, we saw them split the 4 men that NIP had remaining between the bomb sites. And then an HE kill on the far right of the map made those 2 guys in the B2 side just think, we got to rotate right now. And I think NIP haven't got a clue what they're doing right now. As much as they know what they're doing, their game plan is set here. They're not adapting it too well to what VirtusPro are making them do.
Yeah, and I think Virtus is definitely doing what we talked about early on. The key to being good on the terrorist side here is rotating the other team, getting them to move where you want them to, and they're doing that exactly right now to Nip. Exactly what you're talking about. They are messing with Nip in the head. They're moving them where they want them to and then hitting the right spots. Nip needs to be more aggressive and take more of an advantage when they do have guns. That's one of the problems as well, is they've not had the money situation in their favor. There's
a lot of places to sit, stack as CT here on Inferno, but it looks to me like right now NIP, if you look at the way they're spread out across the map, he'd be sitting particularly deep at CT spawn, wary of a call for a quick rotation, trying to make it as easy as possible for himself to get to either bomb site. And that, for me, signals there's a mental shift in NIP right now. From Heaton playing close to B2, he's now sitting a little bit further back, and he's mentally thinking, I'm not entirely sure where I need to be at any point in the round.
But as well as Wally's also playing pretty far back too. So I mean, both sides, they're not sure. We want to rotate. We're not sure what's going on by Virtus. We don't have a clear idea of what they want to do on the offense, and that's not helped them so far. Wally, an important kill though, right there to start.
They've called the strat, however. Saw Johan up the mid, but the other 4 members of VirtusPro are at B. Look how fast Wally is on the rotation. I'll be very surprised if NRP don't take this round. Zed getting a nice entry kill right now. Alexi going down. Here we go. Wally picking up 2. That's the benefit of the fast rotation right now. It's Victor on his own with that AWP, facing against 4 NIP. INS is going to push to mid, making sure Victor can't come back with that bomb. Good play this from NIP, looking a little bit stronger now. Victor manages to get the pick, drops the AWP, picks up the AK, kills Zet, gets the C4. Fakes the pullback from Banana, and now looks like he's going back towards B2.
I thought Nip should have come around behind him and closed in Victor, but they've allowed him the access to fall back.
They've lost their advantage right now. They pushed 2 back to A for some reason. Only needed the 1 man. INS sitting in the side. Potty and Wally need to stick together right now. Potty picking up the kill, and as I called it, NIP going to pick up that round, and that's the benefit right there. Everybody's just seen how well it is working on CT if you get a fast rotation.
Yeah, what you're talking about. Wally started out that round in the middle of the site, in the middle of the map. He took out 1 guy and then quickly rotated back to the other bomb site as quickly as you can on this map. Got around back to the other bomb site, was able to then take out 2 more in the bomb site as that rush came in. So, again, like you said, that early call allowed them to get over there and take out that rush, and it was over before it started. They basically dictated to Virtus that round, and that's what they want to do if they want to win this map.
We're looking at VirtusPro set themselves up right now, smoking towards B2. Bit of a different setup right now. 3 in the house with the C4. We see Boris P right now with the C4 in hand, working towards the steps. AKs all round. VirtusPro definitely not feeling under any pressure not to not to save rather. And looks like they're pushing towards the end of Balk right now, making their way through carpet corridor. Grenades in hand, going to flash, smoke, HE, whatever they can in their hands. Throw it out into pit. INS is going to pick up one, needs another if he's going to make it effective. Alexi takes him down. Potty going to weigh in with a kill of his own on Johan. And right now, we're sitting at a 3-on-4. C4 is dropped in the big pit. Alexi going to try and hold a defensive position. Nice HE on a Victor right there. We go in eyes with Alexi, 86 HP and an AK in hand. Constantine's going to pick himself up a kill. Very impressive player for me, for VirtusPro so far. Wally's going to pick himself up a kill. Heaton with a big shot into the corner of big pit. Hell of a shot right there from the far side of CT spawn.
Yeah, I mean, INS didn't get that extra guy. He got that one guy in the initial rush, and I was hoping he'd get another one like you were talking about. But then Potty quickly taking out the guy in window allowed them to get that advantage. They kept it with a good play from Wally as well coming in there. So once they had the advantage, that rush was totally stalled. They were not able to get in Virtus. If they're going to want to be successful in that, they've got to get in the bomb site. They can't stall there, and they did, and that played right into NIP's hands. Again, dictating tempo. It's what we've talked about.
We've started seeing it change a little bit right now. Wally looking a bit shaky in the middle. He started to cement his game a little bit right now.
We've got
two to split between the bomb sites.
We've got two in the bomb site here that they want to rush. Before we had Heaton playing completely out.
Here they come. This is what they need to do. Change the pace a little bit. They've gone straight past Heaton, who's tucked tight in on the left box. He's going to drop one. That's Victor. Boris P going to take down the other man in the side. That's Zet. Alexi replying, taking down Heaton with a nice AK work. Wally on Alexi K right now as we're in odds with Boris, 100 HP, defending the plant right now. AK's in hand. This is what VirtusPro, I was going to call this at the start of the round, a nice quick change of pace, fast into the B2 side. INS on the rotation right now for NIP. Coming up, Banana. Two in corridor. Potty and Wally going to come in. INS is going to take one. That's Boris P. Johan going down to Wally. Potty going to pick up. That's Johan. Sitting at a 2v1 right now. Constantine needs to stay alive as much as possible. Takes down INS. He's going to keep going around those boxes, but Potty picks him. What a round, right? VirtusPro stepped up the pace right there. NIP called it pretty well, but that was just a great frag round right there, trading it 1-for-1, kill for kill. Good spectator round there.
Very, very well played by Virtus, even though they didn't get the round. They played the right strat. They had been dictated strategy or tempo to them the last couple of rounds. They then went in and played it very well, but NIP responded extremely well by coming around the back, INS coming from behind, and they had a well-coordinated attack. Everybody hit at once, able to retake that bomb site. Virtus didn't know where to look. They had 2 or 3 guys both trying to cover 2 different angles, and they hit him from both sides, able to take him out and get that defuse. Perfect play by NIP coming in behind, and Virtus now left in a 6-5 score, just barely ahead right now, 6-5.
When they were so strong, sitting at 5-1, sorry, 5-2 I think it was.
Yeah, 5-2.
So we're going to see what VirtusPro are going to do right now. Going to try and hit that A bomb side by the looks of it. INS going to go aggressive, and we see it now. We're seeing more aggressive work from NIP. Starting to lose some of that fear that they were building up in the early rounds. Starting to go aggressive. They got the early pick, 5v4 right now. 3-on-4 if they're hitting that A bomb site. And NIP are looking in control of this round so far with that early kill. Heaton not on the rotation yet. Looks like they're very wary of the
I wouldn't be
fallback
either. I would
B2.
stay there. I would stay there. That's a good position. They have a good advantage there, 4-on-3. They get one guy. It's 3-on-3 then. So good situation for them. Virtus, though, they continue to stall. They're sitting right outside the bomb site, stalling right there. And if they want to be successful, they've got to either hit it or fall back and go back to the banana bomb site. And right now, I don't think they're in the right position.
We've got some more aggressive work coming up here at CT. Zet's going to push all the way down from Banana, try and push himself up through the middle area of the map right now. If he goes quicker than this right now, he's got the drop on Virtus as they make their way into the bomb site, killing 2 jungle side. Wally and Heaton going down. Some big kills right now. INS has got to weigh in with at least 2 and fails to do so. Only gets the 1. Boris P replying. Bomb's going to go down on site. Zet on the quick rotation. Takes down Victor in the quad. VirtusPro right now stuck in that B1 bomb site on a flank. Potty and Zet got him on lot right now. Potty in the mini pit to the left-hand side of B1. Boris is making his way onto the standard plant spot at quad right now. Zet's going to try and face him again. Boris is in 2 minds right now. Do I try and take him on or do I try and plant? If he plants, they know where I am. He's going to try and face 2 directions at once. Fails to do so. Good work by NIP. Waiting for the plant. Waiting for Boris P to show him exactly where he is.
Excellent work with the angles, NIP. Again, they've done that all map. That's one of the big things that I've seen from them so far that they've really done well, is be able to force the opposing the VirtusPro players to have to watch multiple angles when they're attacking them, and Virtus then, unable to do so. Boris in a tough situation there. You can't watch 2 different angles, and NIP comes in right there together. Perfect timing, takes him out.
And again, we're seeing a momentum shift here. We've seen it so often. In other games that we've casted, we've seen the momentum go. Teams have started strong, lose a couple of rounds, the heads go down, the shoulders get hunched, people mentally thinking, well, we can't keep this momentum on. And we're seeing a 6-6 now when they were 5-2 up, and VirtusPro have surely got to be on a save right now. We're just trying to get a lock on what they're buying. I'm guessing they're on a buy, on a save rather. Boris and Johan going down. In's picking up 2 kills. He's going to pick up a 3rd with an AK. and picked himself up one of those. So maybe they are on the buy. Picked himself up an AK from somewhere. Constantine with a deagle. So it may well have been a mixed bag right there for VirtusPro.
Or from the last round, probably.
2 kills with the Colt early in the round. Had me thinking he may well have picked it up. There is an AK right there. So one of VirtusPro able to buy. It didn't pay off right now. Interesting tactic there from VirtusPro. Mixed buy and then all in the corridor. I can't quite see the point of that round.
I think they tried to put 2 guys up there. They got picked off though, and the bomb was down. Shouldn't have had the bomb so extended. Again, mixed buy. I don't even think it was a mixed buy. Probably had enough. One of the guys probably had enough money to buy and still would be able to buy this round. So
7-6 to score on
Nip
7-6 in the lead right now.
And we talked about that momentum aspect. 2 very experienced teams that are not going to fall apart if they do lose 4 or 5 rounds in a row. So 2 very good teams keeping it close, coming and rallying back, and that's been really the testament of the game so far.
I think Virtus need this round. If they hit B too hard, I think they can take it. They need to maybe get a drop on Wally at left of mid right now. And you see what's happening right now. VirtusPro taking such a long time. Wally's thinking, well, maybe if I just set myself up for a B2 push right now.
They become the ones that are unsure of what they're going to do. We were talking about this before. Nip was unsure of how they wanted to rotate. Now Virtus is unsure of how they want to attack. They need to find something they can do to be successful and be confident doing.
Wally set himself up with a nice 3-way tactic he's got right now. He sits himself close to the top left of the ramp at the start of the round, falls back to the first corner of jungle, and then further back to CT steps. He's moving backwards slowly but never compromising his position as he does so. Picks
nice
Johan,
shot.
who's up the middle, and now they know it's a B2 push. This is VirtusPro. They've done it before. Johan gets up the mid, silent.
Exactly.
The other
Here goes
B2,
Wally.
and here's the quick rotation from Wally again. VirtusPro needs to back up right now. They need to back up. VirtusPro, look, you can see the hesitancy right now. Alexi's going to pick the AWP, and they're going to try and push in right now, but look at this fast rotation from NIP. This is a bad idea right now from Virtus. If they got the pick, they still should have gone back. Zet, 1, 2, 3 kills on the bomb side, and now Boris P goes back, but he's 1v4, and he's going to get dropped by Party through the wall. So, I mean, VirtusPro right now, you can see them going into that B2 bomb site, they were juggling with the idea of it in their heads.
Insult to injury right there through the wall.
Through the wall as well.
What we're looking at there, we're looking at the overhead, staring at this going, okay, they got 4 guys there. They've got the NIP thinking they're going to go that way. If they quickly come back, Virtus had gone to the other bomb site, they would have probably been in a great situation. Instead, they went into an area where they knew Nip already knew they were there. That's like tacking 5-on-5, and they've got the defensive position. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
Virtus should run that same strat again now.
Exactly. And then come back instead that time. They had them set up. They've gotten it, buying into what they want. They just haven't been able to execute it. Yeah.
That's what they should have done last round. I would run that strat right now, but it looks like they're deciding against it. Alexi with the bomb. He's heading up through T House, going the long way through the blue door. And it looks like Virtus is going to set themselves up. Very, very slow stuff.
They've been doing this all along. It's either that it's that middle attack and then hard right or hard left, or this slow main bomb site attack. I just haven't been very much variation from Virtus.
We see them moving up onto the left-hand side of the site right now. Sorry to interrupt you right there as Potty takes down Boris P. Now we see a wasted man right now here on T-Ramp. He's got 2 men at the top of the middle, and he's looking up middle as well. Victor F sitting there. He's the big AWPer for VirtusPro. He needs to make himself a problem at B2 right now to stop Wally coming across. He's not doing anything right now. A really ineffective move here by VirtusPro. And I think what we're seeing right now is some confidence being dissolved as INS picks up 2 big kills, taking down 2 of VirtusPro, and we're sitting right now at a 5-on-2 situation.
The only chance Virtus has is if they quickly go into B, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Heaton and Potty both know it's coming. They're coming back around. They're going to be faced with a 3-on-2 right now. Victor needs an early kill if they're going to have any shot in this round. Heaton's going to be right around the corner here, and they've got 1 guy already in the site. That's Wally.
Here it comes into the site right now.
Nice.
Victor F gets
already
dropped
there too.
by Potty. That's great work on the rotation. Wally's going to face up from left side of sight. Didn't know he was there. Gets the drop on Alexi with the deagle, and we saw a serious amount of momentum shift in that game. VirtusPro definitely having their lead chipped away slowly but surely by the NIP machine. 9-6 first half score. NIP feeling good.
Well, we look at the shifts in momentum. It was 2-0 right there to start with for NIP. Then it went to 5-2 for VirtusPro, and then we end up with 9-6. I mean, total shifts in momentum throughout that entire half. Both teams staying composed. Now it's going to be Virtus' chance to do the exact same thing now on the CT side. They need to come back here and recompose themselves.
And there were just some small things for VirtusPro as T. Failure to perhaps find their own shortcomings in their tactical play.
Yeah, or sense what the other team was doing.
Yeah, to almost say, well, we've done this a few times, and they picked it. So let's just try changing up, run the same thing with a twist.
Yeah, exactly. And we talked about that, though. We talked about how, we've got a very experienced team here in NIP. They started to read what the other team was doing and adjust to it. Well, if you're going to get adjusted to, you need to adjust to that as well, and you need to change up your strategies in order to be successful. And Virtus never did make that adjustment. Their early strategies, once they started working, they never went away from them, and NIP did make an adjustment and was able to be successful. So
I think it's important to realize the role within the team that was adopted right there. Wally, Heaton, and Potty, always the three responsible for a rotation. Always
Yes.
those three
That
that were
was very
rotating.
interesting. I
And I
agree
think it
with
was
you.
like the three older, more experienced players in
Yes.
the team were just
They
it's okay,
had-
guys, you do your thing and allow us to worry about rotation, the key point of CT play here on
INS
Inferno.
being in the main bomb site, Zet being in the banana bomb site, the other three being the rotations in the middle. Very, very good. Very good recognition there by you. That was very, very interesting play that they did set up. And now we're going to see how Virtus is going to set up on this half. We talked about it before the match started. It was more important for NIP to get off to an early start, get that 8-7, win the half, or end up being 9-6 like this. For Virtus, I think they can come back here. Think about what they can do with an AWP on defense right now. That's going to be very scary for NIP on an offense.
Interesting the way I'm seeing things playing out right now. Nobody's AFK for NIP. They're TKing and shooting at each other. VirtusPro have readied up, but NIP haven't. Now, I'm sure everybody will remember, back in the day, SK and the old NIP team were the masters of the mind game.
Yeah.
They've just come out
Waiting and
victory
waiting.
in the first half, 9-6. They've got the momentum back from Virtus. Virtus probably trying to psych themselves up for this second half. They've readied up very quickly, and NIP have just crossed their arms and just thought,
We'll wait a
don't
bit.
fancy starting yet.
We're not ready.
We're not ready. I don't feel like it just yet. And until they do so, VirtusPro have got to sit there, and all that motivation that had been building up in between the half slowly starting to drain away as they sit there and just run around a map doing nothing effective.
Yeah.
NIP just taking their time.
Yeah, or we've got a situation where a computer's having trouble again. I hope
Maybe
that's
so.
not the
I'm not
case.
seeing anybody AFK, but it's a possibility as well. But with the reputation that NIP have,
no,
we
Zed
got a
is.
crash as well. We got
Yeah,
Zed
Zed.
with a crash. I think it may well be
So that's
an
what's
AFK or
going on.
crash. That's
Alexi's
the
wondering what's
TKN as
going
well.
on, as well as I am.
Everybody's in the dark right now. We'll just try and keep you posted about what's going on. But an
I
impressive first half.
do think Zet was the person who had the problem last half too, from what I could tell when I was
It's a
watching.
small computer problem
Yeah,
developing
maybe
right
he's
now.
got an issue with his machine.
I think NIP ready to go.
Oh, there
right
we
now.
go.
So
Okay.
a small issue ironed out. So we
Ready to get going.
pretty much. So
And 9-6 first half for the offensive team that's in red now. So they're going to want to get 7 rounds to win this. The blue team's going to want 10, the CT seed team, excuse me. So that's what you're looking for if you're trying to figure out who's going to win this match. That's what we're looking for. Pistol round, very important. Give you a couple extra rounds. We'll see what Nips does here. There's a little bit of spread out.
always pretty inventive pistol rounds with any team with Heaton in. Too aggressive in Banana right now for VirtusPro. Needs to get kills. Failed to do so.
Wow.
Constantine and Johan going down. But you see right now NIP pushing into B2 with that bomb. 3 coming fast on the rotation. Alexi and Victor going to push through CT spawn. And it looks like Boris P is very wary of an A plant right now. Party going to push up to Banana with the bomb. And now he's falling back. And it looks like VirtusPro going to push to mid.
I don't think NIP expected that rush to be that successful. So what they did is they were going to go rush there. Then they realized that Virtus had already made a rotation, and now they're coming back in. And
Boris P
Boris
going to work
wrecked
with
that.
the USP, taking down Wally and Potty. 2 big headshots as they came into sight. Zet making a problem with himself.
Wow.
Boris going to pick up a third. Bomb is down. Heaton left. Finishes it off. Great play by Boris, trying to pick
He
things
made
up for
that
his
round
team.
interesting.
He made that round interesting.
That should have been Nips in a walkthrough. Instead, Boris made that very interesting. 3 great USP kills there. As we were trying to talk about that rotation, Nip was going to put 3 guys in the main. They were going to attack main bomb site. 2 guys on a little bit of a fake there to the left. But the fake ended up being so successful, they were caught off guard. They tried to rush it, and Virtus rotated, and they were in a bad position. But Boris almost saved that round for
Zet
him.
played very well there. Stayed alive at B2
Yes.
with 2 CTs around him. Took down 1. But didn't let the other guy rotate. That was the important thing right
very,
there.
very
Boris was on his own, facing forward. Did a great job. I think if he'd had a man there, that could have been a different story for VirtusPro on that
definitely.
pistol.
Now we've got a stack here by Virtus. We're on a save. Virtus is saving their guns, trying to save money, and they're all stacked in this main bomb site. NIP knows it's a save, waiting back here, trying to find out what's going on. And it looks like they may know where to go, but we'll see.
This is the first time we've actually seen something like this. A lot of teams have wasted ecos that we've covered so far. Failed to stack, failed to use the map to their advantage. Angles and boxes haven't been stacked upon. And VirtusPro know they've got nothing to lose to stick 5 men in one bomb site.
Yeah, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but good save rounds turn into good gun rounds following it. And by doing stacks, by doing different things, and being creative on your save rounds, you can set yourself up for a good gun round. And Virtus is going to try to do that here, but they're not in good shape. They didn't get the right bomb site.
3-4 going down very, very quickly for VirtusPro. If I was them right now, I'd stick with it. 5 in another bomb site, 5 in B2, 5 in
Yeah,
B1.
I mean, you're going to have
Suspect it
another
should be a
save here, yes.
B2 is the best site out of the 2 to stick a 5-man bunch of stacks in. There's a lot of places to get on boxes, behind boxes, a lot of angles to work, roofs to boost on, and so on and so forth.
Definitely.
So I think they should probably go for that again right now as we watch this round play out. Wally picking up the last kill, and IP moving on to a 2-0 lead overall, 11-6.
Yeah, the reason why that first round is so important is because the following 2 are always going to be saves for the most part, unless you get a plant for the terrorist side. So right now, Virtus on a second save, this is the round they really want to do well in on the save round, because they know the next round is going to be a buy round. If they can find some sort of strategy to be successful here and get a few guys, they can be in very good shape. NIP, though, looks like they're going to fall back. Virtus
Now, you see, this I don't understand from Virtus.pro right now.
Agreed.
The push from Banana is to sell that there are another 4 guys in B and we're all going to be aggressive. Now, what they've done right now is they've split their eco straight down the middle, 2 and 2. Johan's going to go back right now, but if they'd maintained a 4-man stack on that A bomb site, look how hungry Nip are to go to that A site now, having H-Heat 1 in B. Heat still spotting Banana. They're still wary of 5 guys in B. Virtus.pro right now, wasting an eco again. They are going to be able to buy next round, but it's again, they're not going to get a kill on the board here.
It's just not smart play. I completely agree with you. If you're going to do something like that, you take advantage of what you've set up and continue to play with it. You don't change your strategy just because one player went down.
They just threw a man away. Banana, it served no purpose if they're not going to maintain that stack in A. So NIP with the bomb down here in the A bomb side. Johan's going to pick himself up a kill. Going to take down Heaton, who lingered a little bit too long there at the bottom of Banana. Going to get themselves a gun out of it. Just going to see who's got that. It's Johan. He's going to head off towards despawn. Constantine going to try and pick off Ints in the back right now. He stayed at Banana. Johan going to pick his team up a second gun right now. Constantine should get round towards T-Ramp right now. Try and pick that up. He's getting very, very lucky right now. Virtus.pro's round's working out better than you or I expected. Constantine going to get a 3rd kill with that Deagle. So I'm going to eat my words right now. Wally's going to steal a gun back. Constantine going to reply, and then it all wiped clean, all even. Zed going to finish off Constantine. No gun save.
It ended up being a great round for Virtus, but it shouldn't have been because Nip just played badly. They really sped up, and they allowed themselves to get picked off by Virtus. Poor play by Nip gave Virtus a solid save round there at the end when it should not have been. Now Virtus in a full buy. We'll see if they have ops. That's going to be the key right here. If they can get their ops working.
First gun round's going to be a key. Alexi and Victor need to get an early pit. Victor a little bit late out at Banana. Called it up onto A. Look how fast NIP are moving through the house. If I was Virtus.pro right now, I'd come aggressive down middle. Boris going to get a pick. Hop out a window. Hit Potty in the back. They're not entirely sure he's there as we're watching A push out a balcony right now. Virtus.pro, 2 early kills. Alexi and Boris going down. Johan picking up a 3rd before INS interjects in between the 3 frags. Taking down Alexi right now. Johan in the side for Virtus.pro. Last man alive. Wally in the big pit. C4 in hand. Sitting in the corner by the grave. Going to get a pick onto Johan. Try and move up into the side for the plant right now. 89 HP on the board. Takes a headshot, I believe, as he sits in the pit. Going to try and move his way into the side right now. NIP need a plant here. They need to get a plant. Wally going aggressive on that guy in Libby. He should push through. Maybe go to B2 right now. Look at this aggressive play as terrorist right now. NIP Wally not giving any respect to a 1v4 right now. Already taken down 2. Making it a 1v2. 1v1. Great play from Wally. Super clutch stuff right now. Taking on Constantine right now.
No clue where he's going.
No idea where he's gone right now. Well, look at this play from Wally. 8 HP. This guy is living on the edge. And this is why this guy was in such smoking hot form about a year and a half ago. And this is old school Wally play that we're seeing right now. Super clutch stuff with the AK. 8 HP, C4 and B2. And Constantine is all the way over the other side of the map, guys. You can see it on the overview right now. Constantine, he's going to end up in dust too if he keeps going further right. And he's going to drop off, go back right now. He may well think, I'm in the wrong bomb site, guys, and all of his teammates are just going, what are you doing? Seriously.
Yeah, where are you going?
So he's got to come and rotate, and it's a long rotation. He started to go down middle, now he's going CT spawn.
No way. Just
Wally's got to be sitting there so pleased with himself right now. Big pat on the back from the rest of his team.
Away.
Round is over. Constantine saves the gun. Great play from Wally. You will not see a better 1v4 than that.
No, definitely. But again, Virtus allowed themselves to get picked apart by Wally right there. Wally was able to isolate them, hit them 1-on-1-on-1. You notice how none of those situations, it was Wally against 2 Virtus.pro guys. It was always Wally against 1 Virtus.pro guy. And then another
you can see what that means to NIP right now. Look at that.
That's a huge boost of momentum right there. Now they're up 4-0 when it should have been 1-3. Now all they need to do, a couple more rounds here, and it's all over. 13 on the board right now for NIP, so looking real good. VirtusPro looking a little bit shaky right now, but this has still been a great game of CS to watch. Tactically, it's been very, very interesting to watch the two teams outmaneuver each other. If you're a lover of the tactics side of this game, I think anybody who watches Counter-Strike has a mild interest in it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be playing this damn game. they'd be interested to watch this. And right now, Virtus making a really
good CT play right now. They know they have to go for broke here. This has to be their round. They are losing too many rounds on the trot, and right now they've got 5 in B1. Alexi, I think, should right now just spot from CT spawn.
He shouldn't go in.
Just sit right there. Sit at the back left-hand side of CT spawn, as we can see from the overview. Just there on the left-hand side, a little bit of scoop, picture-in-picture.
4-on-4 action
Zet
here.
is going to be there. He needs to pick Zet here right now. Call that there's no C4. However, he's heard him. Victor coming on the rotation. INS is going to get a kill. Victor needs to go back right now. Victor has picked off Zet, but there is nothing at that B2 bomb site right now. He isn't going to pick himself up a kill, and we see it again. Split up CT defense. Constantine on his own, and he's been a great player for Virtus, but he's got a lot to do. Even more to do. He can't do it at all. Now he's dead. Potty dropping him with the AK headshot. Alexi on the rotation, up through CT spawn, heading into jungle side. Bomb is down in the quad, traditional plant spot. Potty's going to face up to jungle side right now. Throw a few shots towards him. HE going to go in towards jungle side, and NIP have a man on the overlap on the balcony right now, so good plant coverage. Nice after plant, keeping it nice and even. Alexi's got to go clutch here. He has to win this round.
It's
do
going
or
to be
die
nearly
round for Virtus right now.
No, honestly, two well set up NIP guys, and they have a lock on him. They know where he's going to be coming from. It's just a matter of waiting for him to go there. And
sheer
it's
discipline
over.
now from NIP. Nobody facing until the last bomb timer starts to go fast, and there is the importance of the discipline. Alexi can't go for anything. He's got no flashes left. He's got no grenades. He can't even flash, maybe even fake a defuse. It's not going to be done with two covering.
We were talking about how Virtus was mixing up their guys and spreading out. Well, we didn't see that at a nip. Zet went all by himself into banana, and instead of NIP overreacting, bringing all their guys back and trying to go banana, they stayed with their plan. They stayed with it. They knew Zet was all alone there. Zet got picked off, but they were still in great position to win that
B2
round.
pushed fast right now by NIP. Looks like Virtus may be on the save. Potty and Wally going to be taking 2 of Virtus out. Alexi and Johan going down some early AK-5 rotation on the go. Virtus 2 up through CT spawn. 1 coming up through banana. That's Boris. Zet staying sniper boxes. Has spotted the rotation. Potty going to pick 1. That's Victor. And Constantine and Boris are the last 2 left right now. Maybe try and get themselves a pick on the guns. This is going to be draw point right now for NIP. Virtus can do no better after losing this round than picking up a draw.
Yeah, and NIP just totally dominated them. They knew they had them, bad money situation, poor momentum. Let's just hit them hard right there. Great strategy. They've been hitting that main bomb site all along. They quickly went with a rush. We saw that from Virtus before. We thought that was a great rush. When they did it on their terrace side, they weren't able to follow it up and win the round, but NIP there, they closed it out and got the round. Now they're up 6-0 this half. 1 more round and they win the game.
This will be interesting to see what happens right now. VirtusPro, do or die situation right now, hanging in for the draw. Going to have to take 9 in a row. And judging by what's happened so far, that's going to be a big ask. Boris P going to try and do his bit though. 3 kills on the for VirtusPro. Going to take down Zet, Instant Heaton. Potty going to go to work, try and pick things up for NIP. Going to drop Constantine. But Alexi replies on Boris P. Look, a great quick round there from VirtusPro. And you can see everybody in front of us appreciating the skill involved to take down a NIP team as quickly as that. VirtusPro going to try and pick themselves up and get some momentum going right now.
I think there was 3 of those kills were by an AWP right there.
They were.
We've been talking about that all along. Virtus' strength is AWP. We haven't seen much of it. NIP's been able to keep the AWPs out of their hands by controlling the money situation this half, and Virtus needs to go back to that. They need to start hitting these op shots if they want to have a chance at rallying and tying this match.
How often do we see this, though? A team needing 1 for the win with 8 or 9 rounds remaining, and the whole thing just flipping straight on its head, and you end up with a draw, or not in this case, but usually overtime with other competitions as well. So it'll be interesting to see if VirtusPro can just cling on by their fingernails right now.
It's Virtus with AWPs, that's for sure. With how good they can do it, if they start hitting their shots, they could rally off 4 or 5 right here and turn it into a whole different game.
Now look at the way NIP is laid out on the map right now. Maybe I'm overanalyzing this, but look at the amount of terrain between them and VirtusPro. You're going to have to do pretty damn well with an AWP to pick somebody from here. NIP facing up. They all stayed in right side of the corridor or stayed behind the walls on the left side of mid.
Alexi's
making it very
in a tough
difficult
spot right here.
to face.
Right here, you see Alexi in the middle.
There it is, the pick. They needed the AWP pick in the middle. Boris P going to take down INS though as he tried to come out sniper. Looks like Boris P working the AWP. Again, picking up another kill. The AWP's really going to town right now for VirtusPro. Sitting on a 4v3.
Oh,
no bombing out. Another one. Boris, look at that.
4 of them.
Shutting it down. 4 in a row for Boris. Constantine going to get himself an a Colt takedown as well. So NIP right now flexing the AWP. And VirtusPro flexing the AWP right now on NIP.
Yeah, 4 huge shots by Boris. We thought there was a little bit of an issue there by Alexi being up front, but Boris managed to totally dominate that right side. NIP wanted to come in from that right side of that main bomb site, try to get in there and get a plant, but Boris 4 big shots.
Smoking mid right now. Victor F with the push. Looks like they're going towards B2 bomb side. Victor F with the pick onto Zet. 4 in the bomb side right now for NIP. 3 making away up through threat. Potty's coming behind through corridor. Fails to pick up a kill. Johan with 2. Alexi with 1. Wally, Heaton and Potty all going down. Looks like INS is going down as well. It's just a massacre. Shutting it down. 6-3 going to be the score. And we head into round number 10.
That might have been a save, wasn't it?
I think it was a save.
Yeah. It was a smart move. I'd go back right now with that exact same strategy with guns.
Run it with guns.
You hit it hard, get on them before they can op-shot you. Get some smokes in there, that banana bomb site, and hit it hard. I don't think they're going to do that, but that's what I would do right now.
Smoke in mid. Alexi may well face with AWP. Double smoke down to mid. Victor getting himself behind the sniper boxes. He should stay there for that aggressive B2 push. Doesn't look like he's taking a shot, heading back up towards the left side of the sniper boxes right now. Nice stack right now for Virtus. They've got it pretty much on lock. Nice work from Johan. He's confident that Victor can hold B2 on his own, and this is what Virtus need to do. Trust their AWP right now. Victor, probably the best AWPer in the team, locking down that B2 side on his own.
Boris has been hot right now.
Boris has been hot, but Victor probably the more consistent of the two. And look at the way the NIP play has changed. Nobody's confident carrying the bomb right now because they're not sure where they're going to want to take it.
Yeah.
Before they were confident having the bomb in hand. Now they're dropping it on T-Ramp, allowing the team a lot of flexibility. Right now, we have looks like they're pushing up towards the middle of the map right now. We have 3 pushing up towards mid. Looks like Heaton, Zet, and In's going to make their way into the A bomb site right now, but the bomb is still T-Ramp.
And it's really interesting here that Virtus is allowing them to get this much distance. I would be hitting them right now, picking them with your ops. You're letting them get it too close to you, and that's caused the problem. They got 1 pick so
nice
far.
Pick. Alexi on from quad towards the sniper window. Johan going to take down Heaton as well. INS in Heaton going down for NIP. And this is a good play from Virtus, but they've got to call a rotation now. They've just killed too quickly in the A side, but there's nobody else there. Where have the other guys got to be? It's B2, and now they're calling for a rotation.
Be tough for Victor.
And Victor and Johan have to get a pick. They have to take Potty. Somebody has to face, and somebody has to go down right now. Wally's sitting tight left-hand side as you push into that bomb side. Make it down to 100 health.
Here. If Zet can hold that left hallway, they're going to be in great shape. Oh, he can't do it.
Down. Zet couldn't hold it. Alexi going to take it down. Wally got to work, going to take down Constantine. Are we going to see a repeat of Wally's clutch play from the previous round? Takes down 2. Here we go. Alexi and Johan left alive. Victor takes down Wally. It's Johan and Victor, left alive. Going to take down Potty. Goes down. Look at the momentum right now building up for VirtusPro. We got a tight game on our hands, and it's 6-4 going to be the score as they get the defuse. And right now, NIP on the back foot for sure.
Yeah, but again, Virtus has lost a few guys these last couple of rounds. A lot of money they have to buy guns with, and that's going to cause problems for them. NIP just chipping away, slowly trying to get that last round. They've got a few more rounds to go, but they've got to play it smart. They've got to find a strategy. I think that hard left rush that we talked about is perfect. They just need to do it. I just think they need to do that with guns. I think
they're almost scared to take on Victor right
they
now.
are. I agree.
15-10 is the current score. You're listening to myself, Hotshot. Alongside me is Midway. You're listening to a VBcast broadcast here at ESWC 2005. First group stage here on the second day of competition. We'll be bringing you much more live action. But right now, it's VirtusPro taking on NIP here on Inferno. We're in the second half. Overall score is 15-10. Right now, NIP needing 1 for the game point.
Yeah, and they're definitely not looking like they're going to get it in the last couple of rounds. They haven't been organized as well. They've really been afraid to attack Virtus. Once those ops came out and Virtus started hitting those shots, NIP became tentative, and now they're not attacking, and Virtus is controlling the tempo. If they can hit a couple more hop shots, they may be able to win this round. Win this game.
I think confidence is the key right now for VirtusPro.
Yeah, definitely.
The AWP started to hit, and now they're confident of putting 4 in B1 with Victor on his own in B2.
Exactly.
C4 is making its way towards B2. Alexi going to take down Ints with the Colt. And right now, NIP thinking, oh yeah, they're going to be on the rotation to A, but they're not because Victor's the only one in B2. Johan going to pick up another 2 kills, going to take down Heaton and Co as they come out the middle. Looks like Alexi is going to come up and try and take down Wally. C4 is down. Boris P is going to take down Wally as well. Zet going to drop Boris P, and it looks like Zet is going to come all the way around through quad. Constantine sitting on the side. Zet's got to try and get himself a plan for a bit of money. Fails to do so. Constantine picks him in the side. We got a game of CS in our hands right now.
Yeah, definitely. Virtus has really come back strong. Like we talked about, it's all about confidence right now. They've got themselves on a roll. NIP needs to reconnect themselves. They've got it. All they need is 1 more round. They just need to figure out what they need to do in order to get that. And I think I've been saying it all along. That hard left rush is what they need to do in order to be successful. They go in 3 guys there, but they're not going everyone. They need to challenge Victor, and they need to get some smokes and go right after him. They continue to play back and play slow. They're playing right into Virtus' hands. They can pick them off as they go into the sites.
Okay, and now we're going to see VirtusPro sticking with 2 in the B2 site. And maybe they were thinking of a B2 rush. And now Johan's on the rotation. He's late. It's a Glock save by the looks of it for NIP. Constantine going to go down. Alexi going to pick himself up. Another good kill from Zet. Working that Glock quite nicely. Going to take down Alexi. Boris P taking down Potty, Wally, and Zet. All go in quick succession to 3 different VirtusPro Pro players, and that was NIP on the save, and they have to win this next round, I believe.
I know it was a save, but you look at that, the way that played out. If Impa had guns there, they would have won that round.
They would have won the round.
They had the advantage. They had themselves set up in that round. They really got into that bomb site well. Those hard rushes are where NIP's going to be successful. The key to surviving the VirtusPro attack is and the defense is to attack them fast, and they haven't been doing that. Again, they're playing slow.
I was just about to say opposite. I saw them all storming up the right side of mid.
No, they stopped.
And they just stopped. And everybody's taking the slowest route possible. And now we've got Boris facing up on balcony.
And
He's feeling confident to go a little bit
left.
more aggressive now. Victor is pushed up to sniper boxes. And you see the percentage ratio of map that you can control as each side of the map slowly starts to diminish the longer the NIP take. VirtusPro can control up to 60, 70% of the map now, the longer that NIP take. And we've seen some nice entry kills right now. NIP going to go to work. Wally and Heaton getting a kill apiece. Alexi going to reply. Alexi, great work in the bomb side. 2 entry kills.
Wow,
Heaton
nice
and Potty
job.
going down. Zet getting a kill. Johan going to reply. Wally on Johan. And now it's 1v1. And if there is anybody in the world that you want to watch a 1v1, it would be Wally, Victor, perhaps maybe Forrest.
Oh, it's over.
Neo. It's over.
Oh, nice.
Victor, what a takedown with a deagle. Wally going down. 7-6 is the score right now. And right now, NIP needing 1 for the game for the last 7 rounds.
In that 1v1, what you saw is Victor knew where Wally was. Wally did not know where Victor was. And Victor played that perfectly. He went in behind him. He knew where he was going to be. Got in behind him and took him out. Great 1v1 by Victor. He knew what he needed to do and did it exactly how he wanted to.
I want for the rest of the rounds just Wally against Victor.
That was
that's
awesome.
all I want. Everybody else
fun.
can stay at spawn. So we're going to see what happens right now. NIP setting up. They're carrying the bomb this time, not dropping it. Maybe feeling like this is their round. In sitting under window. Looks like they may well try and boost somebody up into that window. Looks like Heaton and INS on the stack. Double jump stack. INS goes in there with the C4. That's risky. Risky right there.
Risky.
There's a man aggressive on corridor. And Boris P pushing up right now. He could drop the C4 and win
there
it. That's a big takedown for Virtus. Boris P getting the C4 down
Did he
in
see
the
the
sniper
bomb,
room.
though?
Whether or not they've seen it, I don't know. But look, Heaton and Potty got to go on a rescue job right now. Got to try and get that C4, get it back in control.
I don't think they saw the bomb.
I don't think
go
they saw
down.
it. Boris
Yep.
P dropped straight back, hasn't called for a push up onto window room. Heaton's going to be able to pick himself up the bomb and sit himself in that window room, maybe regain a bit of composure for the round. Potty up there on the corridor as well. Wally and Zet going to push up the middle. Looks like they're going to try and push up onto A right now. And interesting here right now, what is going on the left side of the map for VirtusPro?
They switched out. I think they're putting Victor back in the middle. They're going to take that off and try to pick that middle, and that could be very good if they could get there right now.
2 AWPs now on the A bomb side. Alexi covering from jungle.
Oh, he missed the shot.
From bridge. Victor on the jungle. And it looks like they're going to move forward to the side. Oh, Heaton, Potty and Zed. 3 in a row without reply.
Wow.
Victor picking up a kill of his own. VirtusPro going to come up big right now. 3 in the site, Heaton on the plan. Victor's got to play it smart right now. He's got to think of the angles that he's involved right now. 3v1 with an AWP against 3 automatics. It's a 3v2, sorry. And Johan going to cover the middle. Heaton's facing mid right now. Johan may well get dropped right now.
It's over.
Does get dropped. Quad box. NIP looking good for the win right now. This is game point for them. Heaton facing off against Victor. 40 HP and a deagle in hand for Victor. He's got all the odds against him right now. Smart play by Heaton though. He doesn't waste his frag.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a frag for Victor
Very
right now.
smart.
He's a kill. Drops back into the side where he's got 2 more, and that's GG NIP. Applause
Very
around
good
from the
game.
I'd like to say a big hand for VirtusPro though. Make it a real interesting game second half. Pick themselves up.
We
the
talked
Ninjas
about
go
that.
through top seed of the group.
The momentum shifts there. We saw how 2 teams very composed could keep coming back and forth, back and forth. You know, one team would get ahead, the other team would compose themselves, go on a run, the other team would get themselves composed and then go on a run themselves. But in the end, the more competitive, maybe the stronger team, NIP, come out on top. Very good game.
Smiles all round for NIP as they finish their post-game handshakes with the guys from VirtusPro. Always nice to see, no hard feelings all around. Wally, that 1v4.
That was amazing.
I'd just love to sit him
might have
down
been the
and
changing point of the game.
I'd love to just sit him down and just say, you know, what was going through your mind in that stage, because that's the difference between people like myself and people sitting at home who've watched CS and played CS. The ability to step up into a 1v4 situation like that and come out on top, that's just smart
Look at
play.
the smile on Heaton's
Look at
face.
the smile, that cheeky smile. The Tintin smile is back in full effect. That guy's had the same haircut for, well, probably about the same amount of time.
5 years.
Yeah,
As long
5
as
years.
Counter-Strike's been out, he's had that haircut.
I swear he just came straight out of a factory with that thing. You've been listening to myself, Hotshot, here on VBcast. Alongside me has been a pleasure casting NIP against VirtusPro with you here on VBcast. We're going to take you to a replay clip right now. VBcast. We'll go all over the world, cover all the major events. We had our pleasure to be at CPL Brazil World Tour Stop, which we provided some good coverage for. So we're going to take you guys back in time right now to through the miracles of the internet and recorded coverage. So you can check out what went down at the CPL Brazil stop.
And we should have some more good matches coming up later on.
Plenty of good matches coming up as the group stage draw to a close, and we bring it up for the next day's competition. Stay tuned here to VBcast as we bring you a replay of our coverage in Brazil.